Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
Okay, ready? Set! Lightning 18!
Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. Throwing now, Milrow on first down. That's to the right side and incomplete.
Yeah, so this just really comes down to really good defense. You can tell the quarterback's trying to target something downfield, and when they take that away, typically there's something underneath, but they had all levels of the coverage accounted for, and that was a really nice job.
2nd and 10.
Come on, set! Cougar 19!
They'll send a tight end in motion. Milrow throwing on 2nd down. He's hit as he throws. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
Brings up a 3rd down.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10.
70 Timberwolves!
From the shotgun, it's Milrow. He's got a man. That's Horton. 14 yards on that pass play there. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
That's good for a Seahawks first down. A gain of 14.
Let's go now.
First down, Seattle.
Here's a toss, right side. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Ready? Go!
Out of the gun, it's Milrow. Outright Smith and Jigba has it. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells you, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
Got it with Smith and Jigba. And he will get into the end zone. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seattle. That his 2nd TD catch of the season. Meyer, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. And he looks past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Number 15, the ball carrier. Keyshawn Nixon, the stop. A gain of 3. It's 4th
play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. It's the quarterback with the sneak. He's going to have the Ravens 1st down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the 4th down conversion.
Pretty simple here, Mike. Every team, they have this sheet up in the box. It's their own analytics telling them when to go for it, when not to go for it. And in this spot, their metrics say go for it, sneaks the call, 1st down.
Handoff here, up the middle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Sometimes there's just nowhere to go, right? We ask these running backs, Mike, to do a lot of work, find space, create something out of nothing. Well, this time, he was able to create nothing out of nothing.
They'll try to throw here with Jackson. Exiting the pocket right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Jackson to his big target, Andrews, for the Baltimore 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Now they'll set up the screen for Ali. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give him 13 on that screenplay. And a 1st down.
The relationship between the back and the offensive lineman is now the key for the run after catch. You want to make sure those linemen don't get too far down the field where they can't help protect the back. So once the running back catches it, there's a go-go call. Now everyone knows it's time to go downfield. The running back falls in behind them, and that's the landmark of the screenplay.
No, we changed it. What is it?
Back to the ground after the penalty. He'll push forward for about a yard. Linebacker Ernest Jones ends that play.
2-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Jackson now on 2nd down. The pass rush gets home and he goes down.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. They put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
On 3rd down, Jackson on the run to the right. And he's in. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens. That's his 1st touchdown of the new year.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6. So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Shaheed now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Indecision right away. Delay of game to start this drive.
Come on. Set. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Ready, right?
Here's Brown. Room to run at the 35. And he'll get the penalty yardage and then some back and is very close to a first down.
Really nice job here by the offense getting back that penalty yardage they lost on first down. And typically the rule of thumb is let's pick up half. Let's make second down more manageable. In this case, they do that and some, and now they're in a good spot on second down.
Seahawks football beginning this second quarter. They've got it second down and less than a yard.
Let's go now. Practice.
They'll run here with Brown. And he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot, but it's going to be enough to move the chains.
And the Seahawks, first down. Pick up 2 yards. First down, Seahawks.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Go. 70 seconds.
Play action. It's Milroe. Flush to his right. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
They do a really nice job defensively there, Mike, of not giving him a clear running lane once he broke the pocket. So now he's trying to test his luck, extend this play as a passer, but to no avail.
Let's go. Let's go.
A run now on second down. And you'll get this up to the 44. Teddy Buchanan is there on the tackle.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Slot man in motion left. On 3rd down, Milroe. Over the middle, Smith and Jigba with the grab. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that's going to bring up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. Now they got a 4th down decision to make.
So it's 4th down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. So on 4th down, on comes Michael Dixon to punt. But as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. From the gun, Jackson. Out to his right. He's going to tuck it and go. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A big play there for Baltimore. 31 yards.
The reality is, Mike, there's just not too many guys in the league who are capable of making that play. Once he gets past the line of scrimmage, he has all sorts of space to run. He's one of the faster quarterbacks around, and he's able to pick up a big yardage before stepping out of bounds.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the mark. Another first down.
The The trend around the league, Mike, is that we've seen that running back has really turned into a young man's game. And there's something to be said for having some fresh legs, fresh out of college. They love the dynamic ability this guy brings to their rushing attack, and it's clear why.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
I want the money, the bag, the food, the bag, the currency stacking the jack. We want the freedom, the labor, the freedom to have the things that we lacking, my brother. So what are we lacking? I just want to die. So much that's around, better settle down. Don't want to do it now. Though they say the hound brought me in the put me in the ground, turn me into ash, put to carry down. From those who came up before me, I made a change of the story. Tell me you work in the morning. Tell me what people I'm on it, man. Cause death is around every corner.
You are X.
And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Here now, 3rd and 5.
180. Report. 180.
In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Catch made there, left side by Walker. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? Here's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he will get into the end zone. Jay Flowers, touchdown Baltimore. No problem there on the extra point. And the Ravens are in the lead by the score of 13-7.
Seahawks 7.
To the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. From his own end zone, Rashid Shaheed. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Milroe. The reception for Rashid Shaheed. He's taken down just shy of midfield. That was good for a dozen. A very quick first down.
Seahawks, 1st down. A gain of 12.
Come on.
And the Seahawks, 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Milroe. That's over the middle to his tight end, Kincaid. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Up the middle they go. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
It is 2nd and 6. Now Milroe. That's caught. It's A.J. Barner, the tight end. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Gain of 12 yards.
First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Here's Milroe to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Get it. Steady.
Now it's Milrow. That one too far. Over the end line. Overthrow. It is incomplete.
Nice rep here by the defense. They go man coverage, takes away all the threats downfield, and with nothing open, he has no choice but just kind of throw a contested ball, hope for the best, and just falls incomplete.
Now a 3rd and 2.
Ready.
Receiver in motion. Going right. We'll try to pick this up with a hot pass. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line. On 4th down, the veteran Jason Myers for the Seattle field goal. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Seahawks will cut the lead from 6 down to 3.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Middle. Get it hot. Oh, get hot.
A 1st down throw for Jackson. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. But we'll stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half.
So he gets on the board, first catch of his career. I can promise you he's going to hang on to that ball. Now, it wasn't the flashiest of plays, but just try to get him comfortable and try to settle him into this game.
Lamar going to work from the pistol. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
3rd and short, Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this 1st half.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Again, it's Jackson. Right back to Andrews. He's got another one. And he'll be written out of bounds after a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd.
Tyler Luke now to try the field goal. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. No issues there. This one is good. And the Ravens will tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the 1st half.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Cavante Turpin on the return. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield.
Here we go.
They'll go play action with Milrow. Moving left. Downfield. He's got Horton. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another 1st down.
Okay, break. Come on, come on.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Got his man at the 6. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up first and goal.
Throwing a comeback route against zone coverage, it can be a little bit tricky. Remember, in zone, the defender's eyes are on the quarterback. So if your receiver doesn't sell that right, and this ball's not thrown on time, you're going to end up watching that defender take this thing back the other way.
This is going to be caught for a touchdown. But there is a marker down, and you can tell they know this is coming back. Now it is first and goal. Now Brown. And that won't help a great deal. Just a short game there. It's second and goal. Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on second and goal. To the air, it's Milrow. They'll try to set up the screen here. This one to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Third and goal.
Go! Steady!
From the shotgun, it's Milrow. That is called in at the 5.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
Cowboy 80!
Shaheed in motion.
Ready!
They're going on fourth down. To the end zone. It's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on fourth and goal.
Intercepted. Turnover on down.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Now, Jackson. This one complete downfield to Walker. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
That's good.
An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
44-yard line.
Now a give up the middle. He'll get about 2. Linebacker Ernest Jones ends that play.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's second and 8. From the gun, Jackson. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Baltimore. Now give on the ground. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. Byron Murphy there on the stop.
Brings up second and 9.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
Yo.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the first down, get down. The drive continues.
Hey, middle.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll run with the man Marshall, Rasheen Ali. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
No gain on that.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Raven first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
180. What? 180.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Now they'll set up the screen for Ali. That one way too slow developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers and secondary dropping too deep defending the pass.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Derek Hall having a lot of success here early in the season. 2 sacks in the opener, and he's got another one here. On 3rd down, Jackson. That is caught. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark him out of bounds at the 1-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down. They'll run the sneak, and he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Lamar Jackson, touchdown Ravens. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike. Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
On the return, here's Turpin. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On the ground, it's Brown. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continues.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. That is Trey Hendrickson. He had a sack in the opener last week. He's got another one here. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Over the middle, Smith and Jigba with the grab. They're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Milrow. I couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down.
Bronco 80.
Out of the gun, it's Milrow. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's third down.
Brings up third down and 9.
Ready, set. Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Throwing is Milrow. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from it.
And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance. Trailing here in the fourth. They will turn it over on down. On the ground, it's Ali. He did not want to go down there. Carrying tacklers, it's a gain of 9.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
So loss of a yard brings up third down and 2.
And all of us, all my people there, all what I love. Ooh, baby, we
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. They'll drop to throw. Going up top and looking for Flowers. And he will score! Jay Flowers! Touchdown, Baltimore. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. And another score in another good performance after winning the opener on their way to 2-0.
Mike, you can't be 2-0 without being 1-0, and for them to be able to continue to string early wins together in the first part of the year, this is the start that every team dreams about. This is what you work for all off-season long, to start your season and build some early momentum. Gives you a lot of flexibility and wiggle room as the rest of this season plays on.
They'll throw on first down with Milrow. Taken in right side by Barner. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Brings up second and a yard. At the 29.
Second and a yard. Here's Milrow to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
Elijah Arroyo was the intended target. And that will lead to a second down.
Here we go, here we go. Packers tracking 60. Cup 19, Cup 19. Let's go.
To throw again is Milrow. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. potentially very big call here.
Here we go, set! 1918!
Milroe gonna throw it again. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Trey Hendrickson. He had 2 sacks in the opener, and give him 1 more here in week 2.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal!
Now Milroe facing 3rd and long. That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up 4th down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
So it's a win here for the Ravens. They get the job done here at home, and they follow the opening weekend victory with another here to move to 2-0 on the season.